So it turns out HStikkytokky has been banned off Kick. And this time it just might be permanent. I doubt it, but there's a possibility it could be permanent. Reason being is because what he's done is he's basically employed a load of kids, young adults, I should say, to run around and basically keep his viewers entertained while he goes to sleep. So what people have started to realize on platforms like Kick is you make more money doing things 24 hours rather than just a couple of hours. And the reason why I say this is because there's a guy named Precedent who recently posted that he's just made just under $500,000 in a space of 10 days, streaming 24 hours on Kick. So what he did was he made his own version of Big Brother, where he got a load of streamers in a house and he filmed them for 24 hours for roughly about 2 weeks. And due to the KPP that was earned, look it up. I ain't got time to really explain how KPP works, but due to the revenue of basically streaming 24 hours for 10 days straight, or 11 days straight for what it was, he made just under $500,000. So what that's done is you've got a few streamers that have tapped into the idea of doing 24-hour streaming. However, we're all human beings. We can't stay awake for 24 hours every single day straight. So what streamers like Ian the Great and Adrian Broner, Ice Poseidon now, and the HStikkytokky is doing, they get people in to do what they call the night shift. And what happens on the night shift is while you sleep, while the main person sleeps, these people sit there and entertain. But it's happened to go a little bit too far on HStikkytokky's stream. He employed a guy named Mo, and what Mo has done has stated some illicit things to an underage girl while streaming. Now, I understand a joke is a joke. I understand Kick is quite favourable of allowing you to do a little bit more than what Twitch usually does. However, doing jokes at minors, especially in a illicit way, is never going to go down well. You know, I remember when the situation with, what's he called? Heel Mike and Zerka, they are the same scenario, but they've been permanently banned off Kick. But I'll explain that one later. But I'm just going to watch this video of what was said and then see the events of how everything fell apart. By the way, this is Mo, this guy called Mo speaking to the little girl. I believe they're in Zante when this happened.
How much for the sex? €1 for sloppy toppy? Bro. €1 for sloppy toppy? You can't be saying shit like that. Alright, cool.
Now, I'm all for jokes. I'm not politically correct. I'm all for people pushing the boundaries. But there's just some things that are just... There's like an unwritten rule book of non-political correct jokes. And there's just some things that you just know not to say. I'm all for free speech, but you just don't say things like that. I don't know this Mo guy. It's obvious he's joking, but he's taking the jokes just way too far. It's something that you should not do in any way, shape or form. I'm being a bit of a hypocrite because if you said that to one of my younger family members, there's things I can't say where if I said it, I'd probably get in trouble on here. So, nevertheless, people, when he got back to the villa, people felt a type of way. So let's see what happened.
Let it run. Nah, chill. Let it run. Oi, come on, game. Nah, don't, bro. Oi, chill. Yo, chill. Are you dying? Chill. Oi, chill. Oi, chill.
Okay, so as you can see, some people just are not prepared to tolerate it. He was prepared to defend that little girl's honor and he didn't even know her. I understand the anger. I understand it. Do I condone violence? No, but I understand. Some people respond different to the way I'd respond. Me, I'd just say, you know what? You're no longer welcome in the house. You're going to have to go. White dude decided to take things into his own hands. Gave him one to the face. It was a bit of a weak punch though, because my man ate the punch. Didn't really do nothing to him. That's one thing about this Mo kid. He can take a punch.
Chill.
Handled it. Yo. Yeah, but now HStikkytokky's banned because of it. Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
Boys, listen, I don't really know what you're expecting from me. How can I continue to stream when you guys want nothing but the downfall of me? It's not amusing anymore. It's not why I started streaming. I started streaming to have fun. Now I don't need to stream anymore. All this bullshit isn't fun. Doesn't matter where I am. Go out, filming someone, get nicked. Leave my stream, go to sleep, get a fucking predator on there. that nearly gets me absolutely permanently banned. Right now, I don't even know when I'm getting unbanned, but they said that they think it's going to be indefinite, whatever indefinite could mean. It could mean permanently, it could mean for a few months. Like, I'm just going to go back to DXB and run some desktops and run some, you know, run some bobs. That's it, because this is like too much risk.
Okay, so I mentioned two individuals named Heel Mike and Zerka earlier. And the reason why I bring them up is because when Twitch started off making its name, I believe it was Heel Mike that was pretty much putting Kick on the map. And the reason why he was putting Kick on the map is because of how outlandish of the certain things he was doing on the platform, you know, partying, having a load of strippers and prostitutes on stream. He ended up basically getting head on stream. You couldn't see it, but he had the camera on his face while he was getting head. And he got temporarily banned, got reinstated. But the thing that permanently banned him was he ended up having a selection of girls on stream with him. And him and Zerka, I'd say allegedly because I'm not sure which particular person said it in particular or what was said word for word, but they were basically joking about the idea of them hanging around with underage girls and sleeping with underage girls.
Nigga, they on my stream. I don't give a fuck. Fake ID? Good. Good. I didn't even know they made those. Who gives a fuck, you faggot retard losers? Kill yourself. You fucking queer losers always bitch.
Now, that level of dark humor, I don't play with, you know? But again, if it's humor, I can't pick and choose what humor is, you know? I like non-politically correct humor, so I can't say I'm happy with this non-politically correct humor, but not that non-politically correct humor. I just don't mess with that side of things, right? And what they did was they joked about being with underage girls, and just by chance, the girls that were with them just so happened to be underage. But what the girls did was the girls gave them fake IDs to be in these guys' houses. So what happened is, I believe maybe people that were watching knew the girls and were like, they are underage and you're cracking jokes that you're with underage girls. So Heel Mike and Zerka got evidence to show that they took pictures of these girls' IDs to say, listen, they're overage. They give us IDs. We've took pictures. But it turns out the girls' IDs were fake. So can you imagine that? You've got guys trying to joke, being edgy to their followers, talking about being with underage girls, trying to get laughs and, you know, clickbait. And then it turns out the girls that you're actually joking around about being underage actually are underage. Well, they've lied to you that they're overage, but they're not.
What was that whole thing with, like, the allegations with you and Zerka? Like, are you actually a pedophile?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
What
Really,
was that, though?
The girl was, again, one of the girls was 17 and a half that no one hooked up with. But we were on stream, and I doubled down brutally because I thought she had a fake ID that said she was 20. Like, can we talk about that? Who the fuck has a fake ID that says they're 20? But, because honestly, I didn't do nothing. I didn't hook up with nobody. Nothing happened like that. I've been working with women 7 years. There's not any girls who ever said anything, you know, about me being creepy to them, about me being, you know, pedo. None of that, bro. Working with girls for 7 fucking years, bro. But I doubled down on some really bad jokes. And yeah, one of the girls at the party was that age, but nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. The girl in the bed that I doubled down on Discord where I was like, no regrets. That was this girl named Ryan, who's 21. But she's like a petite bitch with black hair. So I was like, I'm going to just double down on this fucking joke. Yeah. And oh boy, that was the worst decision of my fucking life. But yeah, dude, the picture of me and that girl in bed is me and this girl named Ryan, who's 21. And on top of that, the fake Twitter thing where it's like, oh, this girl's 16. Look at the DMs from her dad. That's all Photoshop too. That's not the dad. So all that's just the power of the internet, bro. But that's also, you know, I feel like an idiot for even putting myself in a position to joke about those things. Like, of course people are going to believe it. Like, look-wise, though, I look like the biggest cunt ever, bro. I look like a very unlikable person off of it. So I get it. Like, you see this, like, no regrets and all the information and all the things. And if I was on Twitter and I saw that, I'm like, oh, fuck this pedophile. So I got to take accountability. Like that was just so stupid of me to do. And
so them two had a situation with Kick basically saying, well, you joked that these girls were underage and they are underage. Like, You know, and they were like, no, but we thought they were overage, but we were just joking. But obviously Kick was a new platform back then. And the last thing Kick wanted was a scenario where you have people now using that scenario as leverage to say, oh, Kick harbors pedophiles. Kick didn't want that image on them. So you know what Kick did? Permanently banned them. Permanent. Said that you two are not worth it. Gone. You made a joke. And just by chance, the girls that you were with lied to you about their age. Okay, we'll believe you, but nevertheless, they were underage. You guys joked about it. And 8 times out of 10, when these guys have got girls around, they're sleeping with them. So there's a possibility them two slept with underage girls, allegedly. So they got permanently banned. HStikkytokky, will he be permanently banned? I highly doubt it, because it wasn't him that said it and he wasn't in the stream. What he was doing was giving these people the night shift to do. So he was giving them the night shift, and that's the problem with the night shift.
I'm gonna pick your suitcase.
I've been my flat and gone home tomorrow.
You just fucking woke me up at 5 o'clock, yeah? I'm a fucking rape you, mate.
I've been my flat, going home.
Huh? Why not?
I'm going home, mate.
Obviously I'm not gonna rape. I'm not a rapist, am I? Alright, sorry, Sha. I'll never say that again, sorry.
No, it's okay.
She likes that though, because that's one of your kinks, isn't it? Getting raped. That's what she said to me last night, mate. Yeah, you did.
What you say to me, I was like, I love you.
No, I wasn't.
You're not in control of what people do because you're asleep. So when you're asking them to do crazy stuff and what, like, don't worry about it, I'll pay for it. You know, I get 22 grand every time I stream 24 hours. I'll just pay for the damage. I've heard what he said before. But what happens, you get scenarios like this. Dude's making elicited comments towards minors, thinking he's being funny, gets attacked. Will people now use this as, again, leverage to basically start sanctioning Kick in the future? It's possible. You know, the government doesn't like this free speech talking and people being allowed to do whatever they want within reason. You know, the government wants things like the way Twitch do it, the way YouTube and Facebook do it. You know, the second you say an offensive term, you're banned for a week. Like, that's what they want. Yeah, ban that person. They want it to be like that. Whereas Kick was like, no, we're going to allow you to push the boundaries just as long as you don't do anything illegal. No pornography, no child solicited things, no terrorism, and no murder. Outside of those 4 things, do what you want. You want to call somebody the F-bomb? Say it. You want to call a black person a monkey? Say it. You want to have minor assaults like throwing an egg at a person? Do it. You know, but I don't know. This gives the government and this gives, you know, other people that want Kick shut down or sanctioned and gives them leverage to get these things stopped. Here's one of the jesters that HStikkytokky leads on what is supposed to be called the night shift. Let's see what he's got to say.
I don't get how you all hate him when I didn't even see the video, bro. I actually didn't see the video. I thought it was like a little joke that he's been making for the past one. But when he first got here, what was his jokes? Oh, should I grab that girl? Should I grip this girl? Everyone was just laughing at them jokes, wasn't it? So I thought that it was another little fucking joke. And then I watched the video, and it clearly was not a joke. So you can all hate on me, yeah, but the only reason Mo had that fight with the camera guy was because of me. I walked in there and I instigated it immediately. If it wasn't for that, yeah, Mo would probably still be here. Or, no, I don't know actually. Doubt it. But you shut the fuck up all again, a fucking nonce, yeah? While being in fucking Zante, I've shagged 5 girls all older than me. Are you silly? I ain't a fucking nonce, Tommy Robinson. Stop calling me a fucking nonce. I'm half white, I'm half right. I'm half one of you guys. Alright, let's not forget this. Everyone's called me a packy, but you've got to remember, I'm half of you. I'm half of the Aryan race. I'm half of the good ones, bro. I'm a good packy. Like, boys, I ain't a fucking grooming cunt, bro. Pan up. Right. And I regret what I said about that sister thing. I watched that back here. Like, I deserve to get knocked out again for that. So if I get knocked out, then it's because of that. But yeah, all that put to the side, I don't agree with anything that fat cunt said. You know, I liked Mo, yeah. I'm very disappointed in what he said. He could have actually gone far with the streaming as well. But yeah, fuck it, now it's over and done with. Never gonna see Mo again. And yeah, I like be on my side or not in it. I don't really care. Well, I do care, but what can I do, mate? What can I fucking do? Serve.
Okay, so he's a self-hating Pakistani. They exist, you know. It's one of those, people have said the guys that chill with HStikkytokky, nothing against him, but like, if they're half, they're more on the white side than they are anything. Like, HStikkytokky has had his few amount of comments, people calling him a bounty and a chuck ice and whatnot. I wouldn't necessarily call him something of that. I just think he's a dude he's mixed race, so he's half black and half white, but he's been brought up more Caucasian than he's been brought up black. So he's a mixed race dude in predominantly white areas. You're naturally going to be predominantly white culturally. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And kind of feel sorry for him because this was nothing to do with him. And he's now had to take the brunt of it, you know? It's a shame. But this is what happens when you do this new night shift. This night shift is a new concept. There's 24 hours where you do the day shift and then you leave the stream to someone else. You never know what this person's going to do. You know, it's dangerous. You need to vet them and make it clear. Certain things can't be said, saying this, that, and the third. But at the same time, it's 24 hours and it's live. Human beings are going to human being. I've said what I said. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. All right?